It's me, it's Queen Aset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Now, you know if you got to ask somebody, you might as well ask an Aquarius, and I always got a lot to say. So today, I have a lot to say about a very serious topic that comes up for Aquarius often. A young man asked me, why do some Aquarius feel empty all the time? Okay. And I think some people of all sun signs, I think, feel empty sometimes. But I think Aquarius are more prone to this for the reasons that I'm getting ready to state. As an Aquarius, it's not enough to merely exist. It's not enough to just get by. It's not enough to just have a job and some friends and some football games and some humdrum existence. That's not enough for an Aquarius. A true Aquarius needs something to believe in and something to fight for. An Aquarius with nothing to fight for and nothing to believe in is basically a hollow Aquarius. You're not fully living. You're like a zombie. You're just going through the motions of life. But when an Aquarius has something to believe in and something to fight for, that's when we are at our best. I felt like that. I felt empty. I felt hollow at different times in my life. And it was during the times that I had nothing to believe in. Like, for instance, one time I remember very clearly was high school. I felt so empty in high school. I just didn't have any direction. It was nothing I believed in. It was nothing. I just didn't feel nothing, you know? And I was in a good school. I was in performing arts high school. And I love my art. I love poetry. I love art. Back then I loved drama. I still love drama. But it wasn't enough, you know? It was like I had something I was interested in. Okay, I have my hobbies, I have my friends, I have my interests, but that's not what I needed. I needed something more, okay? And I didn't really get fulfilled until I found it. And what I found was spirituality. I found my heritage. I went to Africa. I found my history. It was the big things that I needed at that moment. And that's when I started to be more alive. That's when I stopped feeling empty. That's when I stopped feeling hollow. And a lot of times for an Aquarius, when we don't have those things, we replace them with drugs. We replace them with alcohol. We replace them with sex, women, men, clothes, things, cars, anything. We replace it with something, but it's not the same. When I found Goddess, when I found spirituality, when I found the divine feminine, when I found tarot and angels, when I found all those things, that's when I started to be alive. And Aquarius needs something bigger than ourselves, and we need something that really is meaningful to feel alive, to feel fulfilled. A lot of people need that too. And some people don't. I mean, I guess, like I said before, it really depends on your spiritual makeup. But for Aquarius, a lot of us need it. A lot of us do. And a lot of us, when we don't have it, turn to those other things I talked about. Because I did too. I turned to relationships. That's why I was always in one relationship after another, after another, after another. Because I needed something. I was looking for something. Some energy, something. Drinking, partying, smoking, looking for something, something, anything. And what that something really was inside of me. I had to find and discover the power and the connection inside of me. The connection to something higher, something bigger. The connection to my fellow man, the connection to the earth. That is when I started to feel whole. That is when I started to feel better. And it took a long time because I found it, and then you have to realize it and understand it and put it into practice and internalize it. So it took a really long time. But I knew I was on the right track from the moment I found it because I was hungry for something. And that's what it is. There's a hunger inside of you as an Aquarius and maybe some others, but many of us have this hunger for something to believe in, to fight for, something bigger than just this fucking humdrum existence. Something bigger than just getting money and, having sex and buying stuff and going places. Something more, some more meaning to this existence, you know? So for a lot of us, and it sounds like for the person that asked me this question, that you're looking for something larger than what you are. You're looking for something to fill you, because it felt to me like a black hole. It felt like an empty black hole in the middle of me, and I was always stuffing stuff in it. People, situations, rum, vodka. I was always stuffing something in it. White Russians. I used to love White Russians. I'm always stuffing something in it. And that's not to say that I don't like or enjoy any of these things now. But before, it was like I was trying to get from them something to fill me. Now they're not fillers, they're recreations, which is what they're supposed to be, you see. Because you're not supposed to fill yourself with those things. You're supposed to fill yourself with that energy, that purpose, your purpose. What did you come to the planet for? Those big questions. So if you're feeling empty, congratulations, because your soul is pushing you for more, to ask the hard questions, to develop something higher than yourself. Your soul is pushing you to see what more is there on this earth for you, you see. So it may feel like, it may be depressing, it may make you feel empty, it may make you feel sad, make you feel lonely sometimes, but that's what it's for. Another reason why some Aquarius tell me they feel this way is because as an Aquarius, we're very unusual, and we don't always find people, especially early in life, we don't always find people who understand us and that we click with and that we can trust. A lot of Aquarius feel alone in that sense. They feel like they can't connect to others because others are always making fun of them or not understanding them, you know? So a lot of us feel that way because of that too. But as I got older, that kind of energy wasn't as apparent. It wasn't as annoying. But it is present for a lot of Aquarius because we're so frequently betrayed, because we're so frequently misunderstood. Sometimes it makes us shut down. And an Aquarius who shuts down sometimes becomes an empty, lonely Aquarius. And that's not to say that they can't make friends or they, can't go out there and be the life of the party, because if their vibration shifts, they very much can. But in that moment, when they're in that vibration, when they're in that lonely, misunderstood vibration, you feel like the only person on the planet. But you're not. You're not. Because there are weird people just like you. There are people out there just like you. There are other Aquarius. There are other people out there who are like you, who do understand you. You just haven't drawn them to you yet. Just not yet. It took me lifetimes to draw to me certain people. I was in my late 20s when I met one of my longtime friends, best friends. I was in my 40s when I met another one, It's like sometimes it takes a bit of time for you to meet people who are really genuine, but that doesn't mean that they're not there. So sometimes these are the kind of things that really will trip an Aquarius up. So I would say first and foremost, focus on soul searching. Figure out what it is you came for. What is your divine mission? What is your divine purpose? Why are you on this planet? And it's not just to take care of somebody or just to work your job. It's not some humdrum reason. You came for something for your soul as well. You came to get something. Likewise, what is your connection to a higher power? If you don't have one as an Aquarius, a lot of times that does become a source of a problematic source, a source of uncomfortable, an uncomfortable vibration for you. So, what is your connection? What is your connection to source? What is your connection to others? Those are the things that give you clarity and meaning and fulfillment as an Aquarius. So, yeah, I remember those times. I remember those feelings. But I also remember coming out of it and what it feels like on the other side. So, thank you so much for your question. And that's how you can feel less empty. Now, if you know somebody that has the same question, please pass this on to them. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to give me a love donation, I will leave my PayPal. If you would like to give me a gift, I'll leave my Amazon wish list. And likewise, if you would like to get a tarot reading, I'll leave my email. And I'll also leave my social media in case you want to leave me a question there. Thank you all for being here, and please return tomorrow because I have a lot more to say. See you later.